Stop! It's you guys again.
What's your problem? We're the princess's personal retainers.
Cut the lies! Her Highness doesn't keep company with nobodies like you.
Oh, really? Are you prepared to take responsibility for what you just said?
I'll say it again. Her Highness doesn't keep company with...
Who are these nobodies you speak of?
Her Highness and Sir Oz!
I must say, guards, it's immensely disrespectful of you to make such remarks to the retainers of the Immonokreich.
How dare you treat one's hand-picked retainers with such disdain? Begone!
But...
Don't you butt me!
Yes, Your Highness.
Fischl! Oz! You're back in the crew!
You may consider that the case for the time being.
What Mein Fräulein means is that it took us a long time to reach this place. She couldn't bear to leave you all here, even though she did not wish to confront this mirage.
Didn't want to confront it, huh? Sounds like Mona was right.
It felt like we were peeking into your diary.
Nonsense. Despite the existing threats, the unrivaled glory of the Immonokreich would not exist in this world if I, the Prinzessin, were the sort of person who could be easily swayed.
What Mein Fräulein means to say is that there are other troubles in this area.
Troubles? Have you run into anything dangerous?
This matter can be revisited later. For now, let us proceed with more important work.
Let's get this show on the road. The book's right in front of us. Let's not just stand here.
Majestic, but fragile. Vast, yet vulnerable. This domain both amazes and sickens me.
She means that she has never seen such an extravagant mirage before, and even she is enthralled by it.
There's a castle here, but some parts seem to be missing. Fischl, is this yours?
Allow me a moment to reminisce.
Mein Fräulein, you may recall that this is the toy castle you accidentally destroyed in a moment of deep distress.
Oz, don't say it out loud. I suddenly recollect that 2 pieces are currently missing from my royal domain.
So we have to find 2 missing pieces.
Spoke amid a downpour of the dragon's blood. She said, "May my people be freed from the shackles of ancient decrees."
Such wise and compassionate words could only come from your own writing, Mein Fräulein.
Yet this kingdom appears to be anything but what I've described. The shadows lurking behind the scenes are disconcerting.
Prinzessin Fischl again continued her song, and the interwoven chords of her sacred words became the Immonokreich's hymn.
Into the wind.
My apologies.
Clouds high. The birds call. One with nature. Into the wind.
Whirling snow.
Right. Wind strike.
Sketch! Shake it and stir!
The wind knows.
Think you can bully me?
Into the wind. Time to go.
Shake it and stir! Sketch! Let's go, let's go!
The wind knows.
My apologies.
Time to go.
Wind strike.
Whirling snow!
Into the wind.
My apologies!
Time to go.
Right.
Take flight!
One with nature.
Whirling snow!
Think you can bully me?
The wind knows. As one with wind and cloud, I must remain calm.
Take flight!
This scenery is wonderful. Surely enough to convince anyone to become a wanderer.
Time to go. Follow the wind. Yeah. Time to go. Time to go. Time to go.
Follow the wind.
One with nature.
My apologies.
When the people worshipped her, she replied, "Celebrate me by staging a play in the wilderness. Bow down to me and bring me beautiful dreams in return for everlasting glory within the eternal heavens."
Take flight.
Time to go. Time to go. Follow the wind. Wind strike.
Think you can bully me? Shake it and stir.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The birds call.
Delved into destiny. Whirling snow.
Into the wind.
Let's go. Think you can bully me?
The wind knows me.
Shake it and stir.
Into the wind.
Huh, I'm here.
The wind knows me.
Take flight.
She picked up mere stones to carve out mountains and oceans before bestowing upon her people castles and towns. My magnificent kingdom is a small and forbidden paradise.
That sounds like a happy ending to Paimon.
Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade, it is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Wind Strider!
Help me!
Paimon had a feeling he'd show up. Again?
Please don't say that. I can assure you that this will definitely be the last time.
Time to go. Follow the wind.
Fella, if you want to survive and thrive, you should be more careful next time.
A successful journey requires perseverance, courage, as well as a keen sense of danger. You have the first two, but in the future, please strive to be more vigilant.
I shall remember your words for the rest of my life. But it is time to say our final goodbye. You may not have noticed, but the weather has improved, and the sea has become pleasant and calm. We have awaited this day for a long time. You may be amazed that someone as reckless as me could become an actor, but please believe me when I say it's not by chance. Every Noct Raven is looking for a way to contribute to the world. We just want to find our place, our destiny. We were born to seek the roles that fate has assigned us to play. You may not be aware that Hymn of the Holy Land is also a book of prophecies.
Prophecy? But Paimon thought it was a sacred scripture.
Yes, it is. Hundreds of years ago, the Immernachtreich was engulfed by a menacing shadow. But our ruler stood by and did nothing, as if she had lost interest in ruling the kingdom. Soon after, Oz, the great secretaire, appeared among us. He brought us the sacred scriptures and a most encouraging prophecy. That prophecy is just as it's described in the book, and predicts a blessed future for the Immernachtreich. As a result,
we became convinced that the gloomy skies would eventually clear, and we have been eagerly awaiting for that blessed day. The Soteria, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, she will eventually remember the paradise of the Immernachtreich. And on that day, we will devote to her the plays that were promised in the prophecy. That is why I have stepped forward to take on the role of a warrior. I'd do whatever it takes to prove my devotion to her. Your Highness!
Oh, right! Yeah, she was lurking in the back when we rescued you for some reason.
My citizen, thy will is strong enough to sunder the wicked dragon's wings. I shall now receive thy blessing.
It is my utmost honor.
Thou hast done well. 'Tis almost most evident that thou dost possess the virtues of a knight. Go, take thy position, and wait for the performance to begin.
We commend your unfaltering loyalty to Her Highness. Her Highness will now lead her retainers into battle against the shadow that plagues the Immernachtreich.
Thank you, Your Highness. And thank you, everyone. In that case, I will take my leave. Oh, by the way, please keep in mind that the password for the gate ahead is Sie an, mein Sommernachtgarten.
Paimon's confused. What were you guys role-playing just now?
Is there not a single one of my lords and ladies who understood my precepts? Fools.
What Mein Fräulein means to say is that you are all rather stupid.
Yeah, you didn't need to translate that.
I suppose this is the important business Her Highness warned us about earlier.
Let's get this over with.
Huh? Wait, what is it? What's happening?
Time to go. Time to go.
Sie an, mein Sommernachtgarten. There's the book. Let's go and close it. Let's hope we won't get transported to another strange place.
Library? Why are we inside a library?
You must be the arch-nemesis I've been looking for. The useless and cowardly so-called Prinzessin. How laughable. What gives you the impression that you can defeat me? You should know over the past few days, I've seen all of your fear and trepidation.
Why is there another you? Is it a shadow?
Shadow? Yes. I suppose that probably describes our connection aptly enough. So have you come to surrender to me, little Amy? You! And that raven over there. You must be Oz? Excellent. I have been waiting for you for a long time. I heard that a great secretary named Oz brought the Hymn of the Holy Land into the Immernachtreich. I suppose that was you?
At your service, Mein Fräulein.
Why did you call her Mein Fräulein?
As you can see, that's also Mein Fräulein over there. And if she is Mein Fräulein, then does that not make her my master?
Seems logical enough.
I might as well inform you that the Immernachtreich is a place with no way out. Now that you've made it here, I shall crush you and make you my servant. As for Oz, Despite bringing over that hideous book of prophecies and causing the foolish citizens to fall to their knees worshipping that piece of nonsense. Why don't you come over to my side? After all, Fischl is destined to team up with Oz.
Mein Fräulein flatters me. I see no reason to refuse.
Oz? Where do you think you're going?
Oh, he's actually going over to the other side. Fischl, haven't you taught your raven anything about loyalty?
Oh, this is not the time to discuss my shortcomings! Have you been bewitched, Oz? Why should you trust that she's telling the truth? Is not the Immanok Reich a sacred land of liberty and theater? You are gravely mistaken if you presume the Immanok Reich to be some kind of amusement park. Listen closely. It is a tomb for those who cannot face reality. You will be buried here, and I will take Oz, the product of our imagination, and live forever in the royal castle. A tomb? You of all people should know about this. Why does it always rain in the Immanok Reich? Why isn't there any music in this so-called paradise? Because of you. It's all because of you! How pathetic. No, dearest Amy, you, not I, are the one responsible for all of this. You dreamed up a vast kingdom, but you can't bear its weight. Swayed by fear, you can't face the very world you've created. You may try to avoid it, but the fact is, you can't change yourself. I came here in your stead precisely because you failed to show up. The Immanok Reich is now mine, and it is not your place to tell me what to do. Amy, you are but a weak fool who does not deserve this world. Be gone.
Hey, are you done?
For you to give yourself such a piece of your mind, it must have been bothering you for a long time.
Mona...
What's that look on your face? You're not going to admit defeat, are you?
I hate to admit it, but... she might be right.
No. Please, do not think that. Your Highness, do you still remember why we came here?
Kazuha?
I am a samurai from Inazuma who's been entrusted with your safety. These individuals also responded to your call.
Having your own tomb does sound pretty cool, but the Immanok Reich is not a tomb.
Shenyan! Oh, so you've made some friends. But do you really think that's enough for you to defeat me? I am your fear, your dark side. I am the nightmare from which you have never escaped in all these years. Standing before me, you are nothing! No, I can't. I will be the one to claim victory. Just you wait. I will make you regret everything you said.
Take it one step at a time, and don't rush. You can win as long as you maintain a level head. Into the wind!
wind knows me. Follow the wind.
Amp it up! Get it together. Don't lose to anyone, and definitely don't lose to yourself. You ain't weak. That's not true at all. Shadows of fate.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Power cord! Strike till I'm dead! Decided by destiny.
Birds call!
Oh, my divination attempts are working again. And the stars say the official I know will obtain a landslide victory.
Impossible! How did you make it through that nightmarish library? Stand down! Do you still think I'm going to lose? You looked down on me. You thought I was a worthless coward. And yes, I did used to be like that, because I am someone who can't face reality, who spends all day daydreaming and can't cope with setbacks or criticisms. But now I understand. I understood as soon as I first laid my eyes on this mirage. Do you see that incredible world out there? So vast, so breathtaking. That is my imagination, the source of my power. You act so arrogant under that dark cloak of self-obsession, but that's not your true nature. You're no princessin. You're just a narcissistic speck of dust hiding in my shadow. You are the true loser, the one who's holding me back. You hide your fear and cowardice behind a facade of thorns and self-loathing. You are far weaker than me. Now give it back! What? Return to me what is rightfully mine. The Imanok, the castle, my people, and most importantly, my companion Oz.
Oh, mein Fräulein, you speak with such eloquence and vigor now. You've truly matured into the Prinzessin.
You've got some nerve opening your beak, traitor!
No, mein Fräulein, I've come here to prove something to you all. As we all know, Oz will always follow Fischl, the Prinzessin der Verurteilung. It should make no difference whose side I am on, because you're both Fischl. But consider this. When I switched sides, you did not lose your identity, did you?
Indeed. These are words of wisdom.
What do you mean, my identity?
Whom do you suppose Fischl truly is?
Huh?
This is my question to you, mein Fräulein.
Fischl is... Well... Fischl is... She's a loser! A coward who refused...
No, you are wrong.
Fischl... is... me?
Ah, you caught on most rapidly.
Huh? That's it?
Indeed, mein Fräulein. Fischl is sometimes the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, and other times not. She may be courageous and arrogant, but she may also be weak and cowardly. Fischl is you, both noble and humble. She is a first-rate adventurer with few friends and the Prinzessin der Verurteilung, the sovereign of the Immernachtreich. Fischl is both timid and strong. She's afraid of others' gossip, yet yearns for their respect. Most importantly, Fischl is often self-deprecating, beating herself up countless times, yet she always finds a way to rise again. Mein Fräulein, no one merits the name Fischl more than you do. It's a complex yet simple name that represents the beauty of dreams and liberty. With or without loyal admirers, Amy will always be Fischl. You are Fischl, the enlightened one, who has always carried that belief in her heart.
May my people be freed from the shackles of ancient decrees!
Thank you for creating the Immernachtreich and giving us a homeland, for authoring the hymn of the Holy Land in your subconscious, which offered us hope for a bright future. Please, embrace your darkness and return to your true form, Your Highness.
Whoa! Fancy dress Fischl vanished! Wait a minute, and now she's back?
Shadow seems to have returned to Fischl's heart, where it belongs.
Everyone, lend me your ears.
There she is.
Citizens of the Immernachtreich, do you hear my summons?
Yes, Your Highness.
There she goes again. I am so done with this.
Oz speaks the words of truth. Today is a grand occasion, for it is the day that I seize back my heart and reclaim control of my kingdom. I hereby announce, welcome to the Immernachtreich! Yay!
One stormy night, a girl found a way to the future in the library. She said to herself,
I shall create my dream kingdom. I'll carve mountains and oceans and erect castles and towns.
Then she spoke to those who shared her dream.
Please be proud of all that is unreal, for we are greater than this world. For our magnificent kingdom is a small and forbidden paradise. wonderful day. I reclaimed my heart and became the true Prinzessin de Verurtelang. The Immernachtreich really appeared. Even so, I know that all the negative emotion I've been harboring in my heart will not simply go away. And that's okay. I'll carry these imperfections with me as I fight on, because I now know that what I have is unique and wonderful.
Fischl, the stage is all set up outside. Wanna go check it out?
Lady Paimon, do watch your words.
Oh, right. Okay. Your Highness, wouldst thou care to venture outdoors and, check if stuff out?
How dare you, retainer of mine, mock the great and dignified Prinzessin de Verurtelang? I concur. Now, let us rejoice and celebrate this historic moment for the Immernachtreich.
Oh, what Mein Fräulein means is that she entreats you to celebrate the arrival of the Immernachtreich with utmost zeal and great joy.
All right, we get it. Please don't translate her words back into Fischl speak.
Watching a theater performance in a nation like this must be quite an experience. As for the puzzle I'm working on, I should have an answer soon.
Oh, there's something we've got to do. Your Highness, Oz, please excuse us for a moment.
Very well. See you soon.
Come on, let's try to contact Venti again.
Oh, it's you.
Huh? That isn't the tone-deaf bard.
You're right, we've never met before. I know you want to communicate with someone beyond the islands, but you can't do that right now. So, I cut off your connection.
Huh?
Wouldn't you rather find out the answer for yourself than ask someone else? The fantastic mirage represents the deep dream, the most fundamental reflection of the human heart. Go see for yourself. Witness everything with your own eyes. And when this is all over, tell me what you feel about it.
Who the heck was that? Oh, this is weird. How was she able to cut off her connection to Venti? And why would she want to know what you feel? Nope, Paimon doesn't get it. It's kinda eerie, but Paimon will protect you. Paimon will be there for you no matter what. Where'd that come from? Shake and stir!
Into the wind.
My apologies.
One with nature.
Sayonara special!
Falling leaves, adorn my night! The wind knows it. Clouds high, the birds call!
Written in the stars. Coming to art. Sumetsu!
One with nature. Time to go. Into the wind. Not bad.
Don't scratch me!
The wind knows it.
Ain't having your drink. Come!
As one with wind and cloud. One with nature.
Whirling snow!
The wind knows it. One with nature. Clouds high. The birds
My apologies! Sakura swirl!
into the wind. One with nature. One with wind and cloud. Into the wind. Time to go. One with nature.
Whirling snow!
Ruthless. The wind knows it. One with nature. Time to go.
There are leaves around, and I know just the tune to
Damned will
accompany
sooner
them.
die
if
again
you wish to
than lay
hear
a
it.
hand on me.
Off we go!
The wind knows me.
Everybody stand back!
Time to go.
Into the wind.
Light it up!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
The wind knows me. One with nature.
Light it up!
As one with wind and cloud!
Off we go!
The wind knows me. One with nature.
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Time to go.
The wind knows me.
Light it up!
As one with wind and cloud! Retribution!
Into the wind.
Fallen leaves, broken leaves, no excuse.
Useless. One with nature. The wind knows me.
As one with wind and cloud!
One with nature. Wherever in this world I roam, I carry memories of my home. This blade. It is the last link I have to the land of my birth.
Ad Astra. Thank you for
When you're high up, everyone can hear your voice.